Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of NoiseMap Tutorials. Today I'm going to talk about the 3D viewer. It's a very clever piece of software and really does deserve a bit more attention than we sometimes give it. So I've got NoiseMap open on the screen and I'm linked to the manual example database. This is available on the help menu under Explore Worked Examples. So let's look at that. And you can see here there is an item called Database for Worked Example. If I double click on that, there it is. So let's open that. I've already got NoiseMap open, so I'm not going to open it from here. I'm just going to link to it here. And you hopefully have looked at this previously to get some idea of how NoiseMap works. It just so happens that we've already got a 3D model of this. So if I go back to Help and Explore Worked Examples, then I can go to Database for Worked Example. And you will see there are some files called NMA, NoiseMap Archive. And the one I'm going to open is the one called Manual Example Database 3D2, because this has got several other associated files which I'll explain. So let's open this. And it opens with the default view. You might wonder where that is. If you look at this, here's a dual carriageway and here's a characteristic area of housing. Let's just move that out of the way and we can see where it is. I'll just close that. You'll recognize that. So we're standing somewhere over here looking in this direction. More perhaps over here. Mouse is showing us a hand symbol, and if I press the left hand mouse button I can drag it round, and now I'm looking towards the west. And you will notice that in the 3D view I've got the model, the roads, and it's already covered by noise contours, and those noise contours were done previously. I'll just move that again out of the way again. We're not going to keep looking back. Now I'm somewhere here looking in this sort of direction. A roundabout here, which is this roundabout, and a road going off up to the north, which is that road, and a road going off in a southerly direction, which is this road. And there is the railway line. There are the tanks of the industrial area and the housing area, which is this housing area. And the first thing is that these lines are just the outlines. They're not roads generating noise, but you can see they're these roads here. However, all the houses are in, and you will notice the coloured blobs, which are the receivers, coloured according to their noise levels. Now, at the moment I can swivel round, and all I'm doing is clicking and then moving the mouse to the right. Or I can click and move the mouse towards me. That tilts the viewpoint upwards, or if I move the mouse away from me, it tilts the viewpoint downwards. Now if I want to change the viewpoint, I need to use the keyboard, and I use the W key to move forward. So let's try that. And you move forward in the direction that's in the centre of the view. So you're always moving towards the point that's in the centre of the view. So I'm moving straight forward. When I get to this roundabout, if I move the view round, I can go like this and I can move along this road. It's not quite so easy to drive along the road though. And if I use the other keys, the A key moves me to the left. So now I'm just moving sideways to the left. And if I use the D key, pressing the D key, I move to the right. And if I press the S key, I move backwards. Now, this does enable you to move to any point in the view. And to rotate, I have to press the left mouse key and I can rotate. The right mouse key doesn't do anything. It's a nice view here of the noise levels on the receivers. Sometimes it's easier to drive using the mouse. So if I press M, that switches it to follow the mouse now. So now the hand has disappeared, but I don't need to press a button. And if I move the mouse, move it to the left, I'm turning myself round to the left. If I move it to the right, I'm spinning myself round to the right. And if I press the W key, I go forward in the direction which I'm looking, and I'm moving the mouse downwards a bit towards myself, and I'm moving down towards the road. And that's quite interesting view because I can see the road goes up onto a hill ahead. In fact, let's go up there. I'm not going to worry too much about keeping to the right side of the roundabout, but I'm going up now. I didn't go up fast enough, so I've gone underneath the model. I'm looking at the model from underneath, so that's the ground up above me, and I'm just looking into space below. So I want to go back above into the air. I've got to push the mouse forward, which tilts my view upwards, and press the W key, and I've now gone up into the air. So there is the road going up ahead of me. I need to tilt the mouse upwards by pushing the mouse forward, and then I can go over. And you can see when I get here that I'm over the top of the railway line. I'm on the bridge, over the top of the railway line. I'm looking along the direction of the railway line, but if I press the A key, I can now slide sideways, and I'm looking along the railway. So if I press the S key, I can now move backwards, and there is the road on a bridge over the railway. The other thing I can do is to adjust my height. I stay on the same spot, but I roll the mouse wheel backwards towards me, I drop down. And now I'm looking underneath the bridge. So if I go forward now, there we are, we're in a train running along the railway line. Now you might think, oh, it's a bit fast. If you press the control key, think of controlling the motion. I'm now going much more slowly, and it's much easier to navigate. It's perhaps worth just having a look at the menu on the right here. By the way, I pressed the M key so that I'm no longer following the mouse, and I can come over here and I can perhaps reduce this reference speed, because for me that's really a little bit fast. I'll make it half speed. So wherever you are, you can see your exact position here. So if you're not sure where you are, this will tell you the exact coordinates, including the height. and these are the angles at which I'm moving. So I'm moving downwards at a slight angle, and I'm moving in a southerly sort of direction. If I move myself round, when that reaches naught, I'm looking north. So I'm looking north, downwards. If I pull the picture downwards and get to naught, I'll be looking horizontally. So now I'm looking more or less due north in a horizontal direction. So these can be useful. Let's just drive around the model a bit more. So I press the M key, and now the model moves according to the position that the mouse is pointing. See, I'm going a bit more slowly, which is easier for me to manage. There's a little bit of flickering of some of the views. This is where the railway goes into a tunnel. Bump, we come out of the tunnel on the other side. Want to go a bit faster, I press the shift key to get a shift on, and that really does make a big difference to the speed. Right, press the A key to move to the left, so I'm back over the railway line. Press the W key and follow the railway line back. I might have a look at that industrial area which is up ahead somewhere. You can see I must be looking at traffic noise because it's quite quiet around the railway. Press the shift key just to go a tiny bit faster. We can see the noise coming from the railway bridge. So the industrial area is here. I'll go back the other side of it. We just look. So there is a point noise source. It's probably not really to scale, but it shows you where it is. These brown lines are haul roads. There's another point source. In fact, there's two of them there. And there's another point source over here. I scroll the mouse wheel away from me to rise up into the air. And there are those storage tanks, and this is the way that we've modelled a mobile plant on site activity. There's a lot more I could describe, but I just wanted you to see the basic features of the 3D viewer. And I hope you can agree that it's actually a really rather interesting feature of NoiseMap. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.